Hey everyone, I'm Sophia with Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Saint. Born into French nobility in 1160, John was brought up with a proper education. He would study grammar and learn fencing during the week, and on the weekends, he would sneak away to assist the penniless sick in the nearby hospital. His parents would send him an allowance that was to pay for his schooling and living expenses, but most of the money found its way to the infirmary and those in need of financial support who were sick. Eventually, Jean was ordained a priest in 1197 after completing the theology studies in Paris. It was at his first celebration of Mass as a clergy that he began hearing his calling. An angel appeared to him in white with red and blue cross on its chest, placing a hand on the heads of two slaves. And if that vision wasn't enough, he was walking with his fellow hermit Felix of Bauer when he received another vision of a white stag holding the same red and blue cross. Confiding in Felix of what he had just witnessed, the two men knew exactly what they needed to do next and began forming their new order. With the pre-approval from Pope Innocent III the following year, John and Felix began working diligently on establishing the Order of the Most Holy Trinity and of Captives, also known as the Trinitarians. Their main work of mercy was to rescue the captives and Christian slaves, ministering to those who they could rescue from the hands of the Moors. The order was officially approved in 1209. It's important to note that during this time, the Crusades were at large and would continue between the Christians and Muslims for the next several decades. War was still fresh and actively part of the faithful. Instead of joining the fight with a sword, John picked up the Bible and habit, now marked with the red and blue cross, to begin the work God was calling him to. To carry out their work, the order would travel to slave markets and purchase whoever they could, setting them free immediately after in the name of the Holy Trinity. But to do so cost money. All fundraising efforts were placed in the hands of Our Lady of Good Remedy. Because of the Trinitarian Order, hundreds of knights and Christian captives returned home to live out the rest of their days. John eventually died of natural causes in 1223. To this day, the order has more than 500 members who work mostly in prison ministry, ministering to those who are held captive in all circumstances. And through St. John's life story, raised many legends from the man who received visions and rescued knights from captivity. He was canonized in 1666 by Pope Alexander VII. We can't save everyone who has either fallen away from the church or become lost in this world. St. John didn't save every prisoner of the Crusades, but he definitely made a difference in the lives he was able to. May we too seek to help save even one more soul for the glory of God, rejoicing with all of heaven for the finding of one lost lamb. St. John of Matha, pray for us.
Thank you for tuning in to Awaken the Saint. Awaken the Saint is a 3-minute daily show that unpacks the lives of the saints with practical messages for everyday life.